This assignment it involved observation on auditing of a retail outlet. The retail outlet was McDonald's in Redlanch. In the audit plan, I identified 3 risks, and these risks are risks that are expected to happen at McDonald's Redlanch. The first risk was the use of ID cards. Without the use of ID card in Redlanch among the sales staff, this could pose a risk in that it allows for staff to commit fraud through erroneous transactions and also manipulation of sales transactions. The second risk was in relation to staff again, and that was the limitations on the number of staff operating a cash register, and also the limitations placed on supervisors to assist with overriding of erroneous transactions. The third risk was the sales process, and that's with regard to the inventory system. The risk is that with the use of the inventory system, which is a system that's part of the cash register, if this system is not properly used and managed, it will allow for staff to manipulate transactions and probably give away products free or take home products, which is again is fraud. So the observation took an hour and a half at McDonald's Redlanch. During the observations, it was I discovered that all 3 risks do exist, and there are controls put in place to minimize the risk of them happening. In regard to the first risk, which involves the use of ID cards, staff do have ID cards. When they log into a cash register, it records their ID card. So any transaction done by staff is recorded, so it's easily traced. If there's suspicions that erroneous or fraud has happened, the ID card does help in tracing the transactions. The second risk, which is limitations on the number of sales staff operating a cash register, and the allowing of supervisors to be the only ones overriding incorrect transactions. That control is effectively in place as well, and it is working. The third risk was the inventory system. There's an effective control put in place as well with regard to the inventory system. So again, when staff log on, their IDs are recorded, so any transactions that they do is again recorded. And say if they try to manipulate the system and give away free products, which is again fraud, that the system, the ID card identifies the individual staff that's involved. So overall, all risks in the observation, all risks do exist at a retail outlet like McDonald's, and there is effective controls put in place to minimize these things from happening and allowing for fraud to happen. The only recommendations for all 3 risks is that there is lack of supervision at the areas where the sales transactions are taking place. So I would strongly recommend that there should be supervisors around that area, because then they can pick up any suspicious place, and that also stops staff from um, carrying out fraudulent acts, because I believe when there's no one around, no supervisor are around the areas where sales transactions are taking place, staff can easily manipulate transactions, thus taking away cash for their personal gain, personal use. So overall, the observation and audit of Redlands McDonald's was a success in that a lot was learned and all risks identified in the plan do exist, and there is effective controls in place to minimize this risk from happening. Thank you.